Ever feel like your backpack is a black hole for your phone? You hear the notification, the new cache published alert, and by the time you've unzipped 3 pockets to find your phone, someone else has already claimed the FTF. Stop fumbling and start finding with Save the Girls. Our crossbody phone purses are the ultimate geocaching power-up. Designed to hang right at your hip, your map and coordinates are always just a glance away. Whether you're bushwhacking through the woods, scaling a boardwalk, or signing a logbook in the rain, your phone stays secure, clean, and right where you need it. No more pocket drop scares. No more digging through gear. Just pure, hands-free caching. Plus, with room for your ID, credit cards, and a spare pen for those logbooks, it's the only piece of gear you'll never want to leave behind. Adventure ready. Style focused. Geocacher approved. Head to SaveTheGirls.com and upgrade your caching kit today. Use code GTN25 at checkout to take 25% off your entire order. Save the Girls, because the only thing you should be searching for is the cache.
Hey, big thanks to our new patrons, which is a returning patron, Finlay and his Drudge. He had such a great puppy dog. Amateur Gadget Geocaches and Lost Ken. Got to see Lost Ken last week. It was awesome. And our featured patrons, states and provinces and countries that start with the letter A. That would be Yvonne, Christopher, Kathleen, McKenna, Scott, Carmen, Judy, Karen, Dawn, Randall, Sheila, Isaac, and Todd. Thank you to all our patrons for keeping this show and all the shows on the air. And let's bring in the guys who held down the fort while I was gone. There they are.
Hey.
Good job, gentlemen. You guys did.
Yeah, now John and I are going to take off for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever you did.
Yes, you guys did incredible. It wasn't planned to be that long, but it turned out to be a couple of weeks. So I appreciate you guys so much.
Well, Gary,
we were about to put out a. Go ahead,
it was a
John.
big adventure that you had. I mean, how could we not step in for 2 weeks?
I do appreciate that. It was a big
John. We almost put out a silver alert because we thought he might be missing.
There's a
that is true.
possibility.
That is true.
It was a big adventure. We'll talk about that tonight. Let's do a little twig. I'm going to leave most of mine, obviously, for the actual show. I do want to mention a couple quick things, and I'll turn it over to you guys. Couple of them. One is that the shop is back up, obviously, and we are working on some additional coins to be added to the Etsy shop. Geocache Talk shop.etsy.com. We've added some and some other items there. Also, reminder, just the SaveTheGirls.com. They are still giving everyone who purchases there GTN25 at checkout. It gives you 25% off your order. So incredible. We're still working with them as well to enhance their products for geocachers. And I'm very excited that we are going to be partnering with them to work on some other products that are sort of, I would consider unisex or even male. There's a lot of great women's products on their website already. I mean, great purses and things, those kind of items. But we're looking at maybe adding backpacks or I guess you call them fanny packs. You can wear them different ways. I actually saw a guy who was wearing one that was clearly male, but it was more of a sling kind of thing. It wasn't women's. It was more of a men type thing. I don't know if that's becoming more popular or what.
It is.
It is. So I think it's products that are we're going to have some additional products, and they want our help as well, which is cool for cachers. So there's a lot of things that I think are going to be perfect when you're out caching and you need hands-free and you want to be able to have your phone and a pen and all the different things you can have. You wanted to have in either some type of backpack or some sort of thing, to carry things for you. So anyway, so looking forward to continuing to work with them, and they've been wonderful so far with us. So anyway, over to you guys.
I was gonna say,
You want me to
Jeff-
go, John? Because mine's super long.
Oh yeah. You better go. I'm gonna
I
have
better
a
go.
big long drink
Okay.
while you do yours. Okay.
I did not catch this week.
Uh-oh.
No, that's not the end of it. So I last week I submitted the new GPT type cache we were talking about. I got it submitted. I've got some feedback. I had to tweak a little bit, and the reviewer said he's working on it, and he's just having to get HQ approval. So positive still. He didn't say no. It all sounded good. So hopefully that will get published. So that is what's holding up the next one I want to publish, which is the 500 challenge. I know I jinxed myself so bad by doing this.
Yeah.
Having one that was going to be my 500 hide, planning that before I did my 499, and it has jinxed me bad. So I've been working on getting these last two caches published for like a few months now. So hopefully I've got one in, and then the other one's ready to go. It's just a bucket, and well, it's more than that, but it's a large. The other one's a large. I'll talk about that one in the future.
Nice.
I feel like I'm already jinxing myself by even thinking about the 500 before I get 499 was supposed to be that one Earth cache, and we all know that story.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
499 is now going to be this GPT. I should have just gone out and thrown one under a bush like most people do, right? Just throw a little, be like 499 done. This bush didn't have a cache, so I thought I'd put one here. But so hopefully this week. By next week, hopefully I can report a brand new cache type. And then I'll get to do my challenge. But I'm not, we'll challenge in the background, 499. So I've only worked on that this week. I did make some Home Depot runs and Lowe's runs, and went to a craft store as well for some of the things I'm working on both of these caches. But it should be good. I need to get this one published, and I'm excited about it, but I want to get the next one done too. So it's killing me. Like, I'm excited about both of them, but that's what happens. You get ahead of yourself, and things happen like that. So no caching this week. Only working on those things.
It's cool though.
And getting supplies for the next one, the number 500. I needed some extra supplies for it, so I'll report back on that, and maybe I can get back to caching again after that.
Excellent.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, guys, I gotta say a few things, and on here, Jim, good to have you with us tonight, my friend, and glad to hear you're home. And yeah, TWIPT, This Week in Pizza Talk, that kind of has a ring to it. I just have to say that, but a few things I want to highlight.
Can I share the pizza?
Pizza, Gary?
Yeah.
Share pizza, man.
So
when would you never not share pizza?
We won't have time to get into the weird anomaly that I have found in the U.S. I'm going to mention it because we don't have time tonight to even get into them. But why is it that this particular pizza right here, this particular pizza can be found in multiple states, but nobody can tell me why it's the same in all these other states? By the way, that's prosciutto, that is arugula, and it's got a balsamic vinegar, either reduction or just balsamic vinegar on it. That pizza, one was in Utah, and everything else is a blur. But I got another pizza right here.
Oh,
it's the same pizza basically, but it's prosciutto. It's cheese too, but it's got prosciutto, arugula, and it's got a balsamic glaze. And we can't figure out what the origin of this thing is, because I've had it in Indiana. I've had it in Utah. I think the other one was in Montana. I don't know why. And we've asked people, the couple places we've eaten that. It's like, where did y'all get this idea for this pizza? And nobody can tell me why. Where's the origin?
Did they have a name for it? This kind of pizza?
No.
Oh, good question.
No, none of the names match. Usually it's just called a prosciutto.
Yeah.
But they all have arugula. They all have prosciutto. They all have balsamic glaze. And I don't know where it's a baffling mystery. So somebody wanted to search that out. geocachetalk@gmail.com. So-
Nancy Johnson, she says, looks like a pizza I've had in Italy. And I was wondering that, Gary, when you were talking, I was like, I wonder if there's a region in Italy that just people go gaga for that type of
Maybe.
pizza. And when they came over, they're like, they have to do that. Because I mean,
Maybe.
I will say, like, hypothetically, some people could like an interesting pizza, like pickle pizza, and get kind of evangelical. I mean, just really kind of like promote it to everybody, and it could spread. And then like
Yeah.
said person could then have somebody who's a listener in Alaska then get it on a pizza menu up in Alaska at a pizza place. So you never know how these things could work.
Never know. But
Yeah.
anyway, there you go. Pizza talk's over. That was fun.
Man. That was good. That was good. I'm proud of you, Gary. I'm proud
Thank
of
you, sir. It was great.
I guess I have to contribute too. Didn't I send you pictures this week?
Yes,
John,
you did.
of our pizza? Yeah, we made homemade pizza this week. So.
Oh, that's true. You did. I saw that.
Yeah. And I'll tell you guys, I have to do one confession. I think I confessed it during our worldwide cash cruise meeting when people were talking about pizza, because that's what everybody does. And they said, where did you order pizza from? And I had to tell them, I said, I have to mix it up from the pizza places so they don't think I'm really addicted to pizza. So I have to like cycle through ordering different places. Which I don't know if just admitting to that admits my addiction, but
that's
I'm going to say, it's all in good fun. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't think it's up for question at this point, John. We know.
Hypothetically,
John has stood up in a room. My name is John, and I'm addicted to.
I'm addicted to pizza. Hi, John.
That's true. Okay, I'll get back to this week in geocaching. Twig. So one find I want to highlight, guys, is a cache named Twisted Tea. And I want to give a big thank you to the Lost Boys and Girl for the hide. Why was this cache awesome? Because it was a cool hide. And it got me my Blue Switch Day Finder 2026 souvenir.
Ooh.
I know. So that was awesome, right?
If only somebody could do balloons and stuff to celebrate that idea.
Oh man, that would be awesome.
What was the balloons?
Fireworks. You got the power, Jesse. I like that.
No, it wasn't thumbs up. No, that wasn't it.
Oh, no. There we go.
I thought it was.
How do we get the balloons?
How do we get the balloons? How did we get them?
You just get so many cool stuff. If I give a thumbs up, it's like
nothing happens.
You don't get anything.
Yeah, I just don't have the power.
Oh well.
Yeah. Jazz hands? No.
Oh well.
That would be cool.
I don't remember what it was. I'm sure I'll do it by accident again later, so we'll see.
Yeah, Pizza Anonymous. Yeah, Struck. I hear there's a cruise that's going to take place this summer. I've heard. Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah. But I got to tell more, guys, because so Blue Switch Day Finder like souvenir, right?
Yeah.
But I also got this weekend. It was about an hour before the show. My hider souvenir.
Oh, excellent.
So I had a cache just get published. Nobody's found it yet. I'm dropping the GC code in the chat. So if somebody wants to find it during the show, feel free to. I will give you a slice of pizza if you find it.
Okay.
It's GCBP 6E4. Excuse me. So GCBP 6E4.
E4.
Yeah. So if you find it,
even better. I got a better idea, John.
What's that?
They don't need to go find it. They should write a note on everybody listening. Should write a note on the cache page with a picture of pizza.
Oh my God, that would be that would make my day.
That would celebrate your cache coming out. Who cares who's the first finder? Who has the best? Who can get the most photos of pizza on there?
Oh my
that's
God.
Hysterical.
Yeah, that would make my day for sure. Could you imagine then the first finder going on and like seeing all these notes with pizza?
Yeah, they're like, what is going on here?
And then I should write to pre-qualify your find for this cache. You must post a picture of pizza.
Exactly.
Prior to signing the log. Yeah.
Love it.
It's kind of like a liar's cache, but for pizza.
That's right. Yeah. It's worth a shot, right? But I want to mention a few other cool things too today, guys. I got to meet Joe Two Cats today at Cache Odyssey, New York. So that was very cool. Got a very cool pen and tag as well too. So that was one of the things that made my day today. And I want to give an update on Operation Gamer. So
Oh.
Operation Gamer, we all know it was the 4th annual Operation Worldwide Cache Hide, and it was successful this year with the release, and get this, 104 gaming themed creative caches in
Cool.
9 different countries.
Hmm.
So how cool is that? And the countries were Australia, Canada, Hungary, Japan, the Netherlands, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and right back here in the United States. And one of the big highlights was a 20 cache gamer themed geo art that was created outside of Sacramento, California by, and this is a great name, Zombie 65.
Huh.
And there was also 7 caches plus 1 event from Budapest, Hungary, 19
Wow.
caches plus 1 event from the Buffalo, Rochester, Fredonia area in New York.
Fredonia.
And a theme has been identified for next year.
Wow.
And it's going to be huge next year, huge. And the
Massive,
project's going to be
massive.
releasing a giant herd of dinosaurs throughout the world. And save the date on this one, because if you want to find some cool caches, May 8th, 2027. So put that in your calendar. And if you want to find out more, go to geocachingcentral.com. But get this, Jesse, and pay attention to this one, because with the theme for prehistoric theme for next year's project, Earth cache creations are being encouraged. So on that one, you know, people can make some really cool visually, textually creative, like Earth cache pages on there too. So yeah, wanted to keep everybody in the loop on that one. And Gary, you missed it last week, my friend. Jesse challenged me.
Okay.
Oh,
He challenged me to the multi-challenge, and guess how many multis I found this week, Jesse?
How many found?
How many I found?
Okay.
you mean like all the way to the end, like the final included?
Like actual found
Or
the cache?
started? You say started or found totally?
Yeah, guess how many multis I found this
Oh,
week?
it's 0. There's no finals out there. Come on.
Yeah, I didn't find any multis.
Excellent.
But
I'm just joking about the stages of the multis, and you really
Right.
didn't find it.
yeah, I didn't find any, but I could have, and I will, my friend. So I will.
So
meet
we're
the
still
challenge.
tied because I didn't find any this week either.
No.
Okay, so that's good. That's
Did
good.
anybody? I missed the show. I'm very sorry last week, but did anybody comment on the stage 3? The fact that we didn't do a stage 2, that stage 2 is missing.
Yeah, they picked up on it.
Did they? Okay.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, we kind of explained that one last week. Yeah, but
Is it-
we were going to be mean, and then we just didn't have the heart to continue to just beat on the worst cache type out there. So we talked about how we can do some good ideas to make it better.
That's good.
Yeah,
Y'all try to
absolutely.
stay positive with a
Yeah, actually, we just didn't like being negative that long for a while. So
with a
Yeah.
failed cache type. Okay.
We just couldn't do it, man. We just couldn't do it. I'm too much of a positive person, you know.
Good for you.
So,
Yes.
So
Try
yeah.
our best.
And one thing I want to talk, guys, for this week in geocaching and people, somebody other than Gary spilled the beans, and this was Allegheny State Park Geobash.
Oh yeah.
So they did a posting up here of NFC tags for Project Lodestone.
yeah.
So it's one of those things, like if you want to find out about these before a lot of other people do, go to ASP Geobash on here. I know I'm aiming to go down Saturday for Geobash. I'm crossing my fingers I don't have to work, because sometimes I have to work that day. So I'm hoping I don't, but I'm going to put the GC code in the chat on that one, because I got to be honest, I'm really excited for Project Lodestone and can't wait to see how these shake out, you know?
yeah, it's going to be in NFC or lodestones. That would be the beacon attribute, right?
Yeah, it should
So I
be.
think we're going to get a lot more of those starting to show up. You know, for
Oh yeah.
if you think about it, there's not a lot of those out there. So now that's if you're an
Yeah, not
attribute
at all.
hunter or for a challenge, you should be able to dig into that one now.
That's true, because
Absolutely.
very few quote beacons that are still out there.
Yeah.
But now with Lodestone, yeah, I agree. Be interesting.
Yeah, so it's gonna be cool, guys. It's gonna be cool. But yeah. Oh, you know, I got to tell you guys, I'm getting some comments already on my GC, on my cache I just published, with different people writing notes on here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that's funny.
Cabin Cachers, Happy Hodag on here. So yeah,
Nice.
cool one. So yeah, keep them coming, guys. Love
Oh,
to
they're
see
writing
them.
notes. That's
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Excellent.
Now you know.
Mhm.
Is there anybody watching it yet? Because if anybody's watching the cast, they're gonna be wondering what is going on.
And why is it
Because
getting
there's a
missed?
notification if you've got a watch on it, You get a message every time somebody puts a note
Right
on
note.
there.
Yeah.
Right note.
Oh,
You know what? We need to do that one time. We need to like plan this up one night. We're gonna have a cache published, and we have something that we're gonna do on the cache. So when it goes live, like nobody knows what's going on with it. Like I
Right.
don't know if we just like start putting trackables in there from all over the world, or and people just watching it while it goes up. It would be interesting to see how you could do that just live on the air. That could be kind of fun.
See if it gets disabled out of the
Yeah,
blue.
see how long we get kicked out of geocaching for doing that.
Oh,
excellent. Well, are you guys ready for a big adventure?
yeah. Gary, we've been. I got to tell you, Gary. So, like Jesse and I talked about this last week, and I think I was the one who said it. I was like, "You ever have like a friend that goes on an amazing trip, like just amazing trip,
right?
And like you wish you were there, and like every time you see like another picture, you're like, good for them, good for them. I wish I was there with them, you know."
Well, I'm going to try to stay on the highlights and not get into what they call those family home family movies where people are like,
yeah,
oh, God. I don't want to go. I don't want to listen to a guy talk about all that. So I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to stay on target and share a lot of fascinating things that I think you guys are going to like. So let's start with Maker Magic at the Bounce Castle, because it was unbelievable. Very gracious of Chad and his wife to and Cool Dogs to have us there. But there was a lot of people there. I want to show a couple photos to give you kind of a general idea. And I call it a castle. I mean, it's not, but to me, it's a castle. He's got a whole house that's his gadget den, I guess you could say. So one of the photos I want to show is this one with some kind of crazy computerized item there to the left, and then back in the picture, you got some folks, and there's Chris of the Northwest was there.
Oh,
a lot of people.
He's right next to Go For It too. Really cool.
And Goblin Dust was there. So, I mean, talk about royalty. Bounce and Goblin Dust as far as gadget caches go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Two guys that have incredible pedigree is unbelievable. Those two guys. So they were building like crazy. We had a great group that came out there, but they had building caches. There's part of there's people all over the place in this thing. I mean, this is his. Wow. It's like a house inside, and then he's got a whole thing for that. So it's really cool.
Definitely an evil laboratory.
Yeah, and he's got stuff on the walls that's pretty amazing. He just got because he doesn't have any space. Oh wait, yes he does. He has an entire barn. He has an entire barn that he could have caches in, and it's here's another shot of another angle of it. But look how big this thing is. Good God, it's amazing.
That is wild.
You could build a house in there, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could. I mean, his part of that is his son's bedrooms back off to the side here. It's 2-story, so you can imagine what that is like. And of course, it was again great day. He has a vending machine that you just sort of push buttons and stuff comes out of his vending machine and you get free stuff. That was really cool. It's just like, I know it's insane. But we had a couple patrons there, which was fabulous. Seebeck Tribe was there, and Lost Ken was there as well. And so that was wonderful to have those folks there. And if you just kind of stick around long enough, which some people did, you got free pizza.
Oh,
you can't beat that. So anyway,
amazing.
So we went out to we're out here at the Cache Odyssey, which is now in his front yard. So there's picture of his Cache Odyssey out there. And so that was a lot of fun. And you always have to have a guinea pig to do that with all these people standing around. So I felt bad for Dawn, but Dawn was out there trying to do the cache, and she's got like 30 people watching her try to do this cache. And there's like
no pressure.
No pressure. Because there's like what he did was he sort of made like a multiple like magic blocks, and then it has keys, and it has things that you have to put in the right location. I mean, it's like the Disney World of Cache Odyssey in one little box. And so, it's a party atmosphere. So you got people, going, oh, do this, do that. And like,
oh yeah.
Felt bad for her. She was going through that thing, but she got through it. It was fine. But great fun. That was a great event. The cops weren't called as far as I know, so we were in the clear. So yeah, she says I nailed it. She did. She got through it. She did great. She ignored all the chatter that was going on, and she worked her way through that. So, but that's one of 7, I think, Cache Odysseys. Let me look at my notes.
Oh my gosh.
7 Cache Odysseys.
That's more than I've done right now total.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. We did 8 Cache Odysseys on this trip.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Man, you guys really speed running, right?
And we're talking about the West. So it's not like 8 caches in the Northeast.
Yeah.
So we did Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Utah, Nevada, California, and Arizona.
Wow.
And it was great. It was a great trip. I'm up to 32. I don't know where you guys are at, but
I have a little less than that. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think I'm a little less too.
Just a few, but it was great. Getting the Cache Odysseys was a tremendous thrill. All different. I mean, that was the thing, Jesse, that was your plan, your baby from, year and a half, almost, it'll be almost 2 years now. But when we talked about in Oklahoma, which was, specific things about Cache Odyssey. We wanted it to be this, and this, but we're like, how people do it, we don't care. I mean, we want you to do a quality cache, but we're not going to dictate that it has to be a certain way.
And the Cache Odysseys are definitely different too. From one to the next, they're different. Now, I don't have 32 yet. I've been to a couple of them, but they were each one I went to, I think 4 of them or whatever, are very, very, very different. Like not even the same style cache at all. Oh,
now is he
So,
trying to bait me into saying which one was your favorite?
He's just saying, Gary, you did 8, right? So you've done a number of Cache Odysseys right now. So audio listeners, this comment comes from our good friend Pathfinder 33, and the question is, which one was your favorite, Gary?
Yeah, because I don't think we can let Gary off the hook on this one.
Nevada was incredible.
Of the trip, he's clarifying of the trip.
Yes. Pathfinder 33's Cache Odyssey is amazing. That's I like the fact, and here's something, and obviously he's putting me on the spot here, but Charles Charles does something about his that I think was really good. I think some people sort of missed and I know I missed the boat in Texas on doing this, but he really embraced the letterbox portion of it, which is go here, turn, go, turn to 157 degrees.
Yeah.
Go that way, go take 30 paces, turn right, or not even turn right, turn to 340 degrees, go 4 paces this way. So he kind of used the true, what we would consider the true letterbox type of, working your way through a puzzle to get to that. Mm-hmm. But his is amazing. Just to get, I mean, you get to the front of the the right spot and get into the building and get to the cache. So it is it is really good. So Charles, yes, hats off to you, my friend. An incredible job. The Arizona is gadget electronic gadgety, which is really, really cool.
Cool.
Now California is more physical gadgety. Is that a so
Yeah.
I like those two approaches. I mean, bounces, of course, is a combo of all those things, but there was libraries, there was the Montana one's interesting because it's in a federal building, which that's pretty rare. So that's a little bit different because it's in a true Wyoming is incredible. Yeah.
It's Gary just said, look, they were all awesome. I mean,
yeah, we're gonna talk about all of them. No, Wyoming, we didn't do Wyoming this trip, but yeah, that one sticks out in my mind. Wyoming, South Carolina, really two of my favorites of all time. But I love the fact that we got to, for a couple of them, we got to see, or we were either talked to or got to see the cache owner, which is always incredible. So
this is already enough to make a successful trip. 8 cache odysseys and a bounce event. That's
a bounce event.
But wait, right there.
Yeah. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
Wait, there's more. So one of the big goals for the trip was trying to get Jasmer caches and trying to get Jasmer, triple Jasmer, so that when we go on the Worldwide Cache Cruise, I can truly say when I find the match stash and I hold that in my hand, I can say I've done a quad. The only thing left that we can do. So now I'm excited for everybody that's going to get to do the match stash, even if you don't finish, as we talked about before the show. Mm-hmm. Even if that's not going to be your true quad, the beauty of that though is you don't have to go back to Sweden.
Right.
It's covered, and you can now you can focus on the U.S. and get the other four loops, and you're going to be thrilled. Mm-hmm. So
keep in mind, not everybody that listens to this show is from the U.S., so it still may be just as hard for them.
It could be, yeah. You're exactly right. Yeah, we have some people going internationally, so that's very true. They're gonna love that too. So, but we had some on the radar, and they were the one thing about 2,000 caches. A lot of them are up in the hills, and they're not easy to get to. As I think everyone can point out the fact that there's some hikes out there, and let me tell you, we did some hikes. Now, the benefit is if you're going to do some of those, if you can go with some true mountain goat folks, Dawn and her husband Jeff were out there. Jeff came out for a while. He's a FedEx pilot, so he got away for a little while, then he had to go back to work. Work sucks. I feel bad, but anyway.
Yeah.
But a retired guy would say that.
I know a retired guy would say that. But it was great because both of them can really get up hills fast, and I'm really slow. So I'm glad and they grab a hand and pull me up. So I'm just really, I really was so thrilled to have them along to do those some of those caches. GC12, and that's all it is. GC12. I mean, that's how it's a May 2000 cache. Now, it is May 3rd today. We did it at the end of April, and it is snowing. I mean, I know, I don't understand how people live in this world up where there's snow in April.
It happens, Gary. I probably jinxed it for you guys. I got my snow tires off the other week, so it was probably on me, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not sure what a snow tire is, but I'll take your word for that. But we got as far as we could, and then we're like, do we want to keep driving or do we want to try to? Because we can't see a road anymore. We kind of think there's a road here, but so we pulled over and we walked the rest. But it was fun, but yet trudging through the snow kind of gets to be, well, Jesse knows, and well, both of y'all know. You've lived in that world. At some point, you're like, this kind of fun is no longer fun anymore.
Gary, it's fun for us for like 7 months of the year up here. So I really don't know what you're talking about.
7 months. Oh
yeah, I mean,
God.
I think it's like 7 months. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not used to that. I'm a Texas boy.
I don't deal with that anymore. So.
Exactly. He's a Florida boy and I'm a Texas boy. So
I gotta tell you though, Gary, I was impressed because for a guy from Texas, you actually had a jacket.
I did.
I just remember some other Southern people, and I won't call them out, right? It's like their cold weather gear is like a hoodie, kind of like what I'm wearing,
Right. So
some people are not weak and don't have to have one. So, it was going to throw that out there. So, I mean, that guy sounds like he was pretty strong and not susceptible to the cold. So, but we won't name him.
That was insanity. It snowed on us a few different times, and but we made it. We survived it. I mean, it was just. I was gonna try to photo you can show you guys, but it was like, oh my God. Here, I'll find it real fast. Here we are.
Gripping.
I know it's gripping. Yes. Snow.
Oh yeah.
So down that road, we stopped here because we're like, I think the road's still there, but it's not a chance, because when we came back and got back in the car and we had like 3 other vehicles that were stopped on the side of the road because they were off the road and they couldn't get out of the road. So anyway,
dang.
I know. But great fun. The 2000 caches that we did was GC12, which you have to deal with the snow. At least we did. Southern Idaho's first. GC5C. In case you're playing along at home. And as Dawn will tell you, she's like, this is a great trail. As long as it's non-windy or non-raining or non-sleeting, this is great. But try to do that trail when it's windy and sleeting and rainy and the wind was blowing like crazy. It's a nice little trail, but when the weather's like that, it's brutal to try to do that thing.
It can be.
Oh God, yes.
Well, you earn the smiley that way, man, right? I mean, especially for that oldie. Like what would be the value of like an oldie if you just pulled up to an LPC, lifted up the skirt, and you're like,
man, can you imagine? That would be terrible.
There we go.
Yeah, that's why the year 2000 caches are so much fun. They're definitely not park bench caches. They're good out in the way, and if they've lasted this long, they've got to be out a little bit, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
And that one's way up there. So it's a good trail to that. Now, the next one I want to tell you guys about, which is interesting. We talked about, because we ran into Gear Guru, who works for HQ. We ran into him at the Bounce Castle, and he was asking, well, what are y'all up to and everything, and what's the plan? And I said, well, we're going to go out to Potter's Pond in a few days. He goes, you're not going out to Potter's Pond. You're not going to make it. And we're like, oh, we kind of need that. Otherwise, we're not going to finish it, because I don't plan to be able to be back here before the cruise. He goes, well, the gates are up. The gates are locked. You're not going to be able to, you're not going to be able to get out there. Okay. So talking with Dawn, we were trying to figure out what are we going to do. So we took a different route, which we kind of looked at the map and we kind of said, trying to be creative and go, you know what? We're going to go to the first gate on the north. And we said, it was closed, it's closed. We'll go to plan B. Maybe it's open now. Nope. Jeff Caulfield was exactly correct. That gate is locked down. So we go, okay, plan B for Potter's Pond. So we drive all the way around to the other end of it, to the south, a south entrance. So it's interesting because I don't think a lot of people think about coming in from the south to Potter's Pond, because normally you don't have to think about where you're going for, like these kind of spots, because you don't normally think about there being gates, but again, the gates are still up. We go through the first part of the south part, and on the first part of the south part, we get past one of the gates. It's open. We're like, oh my God, this is awesome. The gates are open. We're going to be in great shape. And then we get to the next one and it's shut down.
That hurts, doesn't it? You think you're going to need to go further.
I know. So
I can feel probably that, like, the joy and then the disappointment just like shift like on the fly.
Oh, you know it. Yeah.
Road closed. Now it's a nice road.
Yeah.
We talked about before the show. It's like, okay, well, we can walk it. So that's what we did. I mean, but it's still, it's kind of a bummer to have that. And let me show you. At that point, we're 1 point. I mean, this is how close we were.
Oh, wow.
I know. We're 1.34 miles. There's where Potter's Pond is. There's where we are at. So, and of course, you can't walk as the crow flies, but you can go around, and there's trails to go around. So it's doable. So as Dawn says, no, I was still pumped. Yep. Because at least there was a way to get there. And again, like I said, it was 1.37 miles from where we were at. But again, it ain't no 1.37 miles when you walk the trail. So that's the other way. Now, and Jesse, you said you did that back in 2016?
Yeah, it's been 10 years ago this May that I did it.
Oh. Yep. So
we had to stop at the gates and walk into. It was closed when we did it.
There's the log there. So yeah, so it's a different experience getting to that one. But again, it's doable. So if people right now want to go try to find Potter's Pond until the gates are open, then I would suggest going the south route. Oh, what happened? Let's see. EGK PBR. Oh my God. So he says, when I got Potter's Pond, the same thing happened. Hey, gate was closed and I had to hike was way more than I hoped. The gate opened the day after I was there. Dang it.
That's just bad luck.
Yeah. Charles says he did Potter's Pond from the south. It's exactly smart.
I love what Quincy Crypt did. He says, Gary, you earned the I Survive souvenir.
God, yes, for sure. I think we've all had a few of those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a really pretty hike though.
Yes. Yeah. And
you guys are making me think when I do it, I'm probably going to see if I can rent like a monster truck. So like, if the gates are closed, I could probably just like go with the monster truck over the gate.
Or just learn how to pick locks.
It's interesting. Yeah. The lock is it's hard to get to, but you could get in there and open the lock possibly. I don't know. Okay. But take your chances on that one. Then the other weird thing is I think we would have planned properly for all the caches that we needed for Jasmer, right? So we had all those laid out. And I'm looking at Utah for October. I needed October 2000. I don't think Dawn did, but I need October 2000. And so I'm looking at like the several in Utah that were on the list, and it was like some of them were easier than others. Some were you could drive almost right to the cache, but yet the road to it is a little bit janky, and so you're like, and then it dawned on us, I guess, or Dawn looked at it, and I looked at it, and
dawned
it was
on
like
Dawn.
it dawned on Dawn, or dawned on me too. Was have you ever found the unoriginal stash? And I'm like, no. I got to I didn't really have I could have had time. I should have gone and found it. I found the original stash, but I needed to go. I couldn't stay. So I found that one and I moved on. But then it was like, oh, wait a minute. That's October 2000. And we're not far from it. Let's pack up and go do that one. So we went by the original stash and walked. I mean, you have to, it's not hard, but you got to go, you go around to the right and you kind of clamber up the side of the hill and then walk over to it. So it's a little, as long as you're careful, you won't fall and, slip or anything like that. So, so it's a little tricky, but once you get up there, we found that one. So the unoriginal stash, which I had skipped before, worked out perfect for us because we were there and we could go get that one. So sure enough, triple Jasmer on this trip. So those are the ones I needed. GC12, Potter's Pond, Southern Idaho's first, and unoriginal stash was my final May, August, but I'm still missing one August, which we all know where that is. Southern Idaho's first, and then of course unoriginal stash. So
one away.
You, Gary, congratulations.
Thank you. It was.
Gary, we'll be leaving for that cruise in less than 50 days.
I know, it's insane to think about.
Crazy.
I'm ready and not ready at the same time.
You'll never be all the way ready. We're just going to go anyway. Don't worry about it.
Right. I'll make the trip either way.
Just get on the ship. That's all that matters. The rest of it we'll figure out.
That's right. So all told, 62 Earth caches, 23 virtuals, 21 traditionals, 5 mysteries. I don't know why we did more mysteries, but we were obviously busy. A lot of Earth cache stops, which was wild. 7 letterbox hybrids, and we did one Where I Go. I don't know why on Earth we did a.
You could only handle one.
Gary, tell me it was a reverse Where I Go, please.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, see, I knew.
Of course it was.
It doesn't even count. Throw it back. You get a reverse smiley for that one. You lose one cache for that.
No. You should get more. You should get more. He had to work for that.
Imagine if you could if you found like an extra special cache, it would take find count off somebody else.
Oh, that wasn't a reverse
element.
There you go. It wasn't a reverse.
Geocaching where it was like where you had like a find multiplier for the day. So like every cache you found that day, you got 4.
Right, you had to get extra.
Yeah.
Dawn did that work. I drove, she navigated, so she got all that worked out for us. So so I guess one of our traditionals was a actual Where I Go. I lose track sometimes. I'm just trying to drive and get it done. So when you're the driver, you just go, where am I supposed to go? Down there. I mean, that's the thing with our Earth cache things too. She's like, turn here, go over here. Keep going. No, further. No, right there. Right here. Right. Stop here. Like, okay. Like, all right, we're walking out here, get our photos or whatever we needed. And it's like, it works out great. If you've got a caching partner that just kind of keeps track of all that stuff, I'm just checking. I'm making sure we have gas. That's all I'm looking for. Is that if we have enough gas, we're okay.
You're like a getaway driver, right?
I am.
Yeah.
They like get the cash and they're just like, go.
That's right. I'm like the chauffeur. It's like, where are we going now? What's next? So we did have to stop for this guy. It's not Bucky. like Bucky's, you know?
You gotta tell me a little bit more about this, Gary, because
It's a beaver.
like does Bucky Beaver? Did you get on his bad side by going
I
to this other
guess.
beaver?
This is
guy
his cousin.
This
Oh, it's
guy
his
is
cousin. Okay.
I don't think they're related. I think they hate each other. But that is Phil. He even has little Denny's. He's a Denny's icon of some kind. Isn't that weird? You ever heard of Phil? Oh, Pathfinder heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So Phil is there. There's a whole write up about Phil, in case you're wondering. He's a virtual, in case you want to go find Phil. The things you find, yes, I was excited. The things you find geocaching, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys we've all had times, and that's the whole beauty of geocaching. You're like, we were driving, and again, I'm just finding gas, and I'm making sure that we're not gonna get, we're not gonna run out of fuel. Well, that's what I'm doing. That's my job. And we saw this thing, and we're like, we got to stop. We got to see what this thing is.
You got to stop for that.
You got to. So you stop, you take a photo, and what's funny is that Phil, Emily Renee, from Challenge Talk fame, she has a picture of herself with Phil. And so, was it Beaver? It's in Beaver, Utah. Oh, okay. Oh,
no
okay.
way.
What's the GC on this cache?
What is the GC on? Hang on, I can tell you.
Okay, audio listeners, Jesse was giving the side eye to Gary, like in almost a way that is like, is this truly legit or not?
It is legit. Let me find it, Phil. Okay, I'm pulling it up right now. Stay with me for 1 second. I can tell you what it was. I've got it right here.
It's kind of suspicious that you don't have the GC code for this one.
I've got it. Yes, I know. It's crazy that there's a cache for this thing. Phil. The GC code is.
What do you think, John? Is he making it up?
Yeah, I'm sure we're both going to put it in wrong, when we look this one up.
The code is GC B as in boy 5 Z is in Z B as in boy N as in Nancy.
Okay, I just got to say, Gary, it's interesting that Pathfinder 33 is giving a different GC code on this one.
I don't know. Maybe there's two. I think there's two caches there.
That's suspicious. Come on now.
Oh, you pull it up. You can see it.
Let's just move on. We know you're making it up. Let's move on.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, Phil is there.
Bill, you said Phil earlier. Now you're saying Bill?
Phil is the name of the cache.
He doesn't even know the name of the beaver.
That's the name of Phil. There's two. There's two caches there. There's Phil, which is a virtual reward. Yeah, I'm serious.
Okay, now I got to ask you, Gary. Do you know the name of the Bucky beaver?
Bucky. Oh yeah, I can tell you the name of Bucky.
Okay, just making sure.
Which is a weird spelling for Bucky, by the way. It's BUC-EE''S. It's weird. So, yeah. So it was a great, incredible trip. Have you guys done so again? It's an incredible time to do those, and it's interesting caching with people that cache differently than you, but you're willing to kind of learn from the way they cache. So I'm kind of learning how other people do some caching about that. I want you guys to comment on that as well. But Don keeps wanting me to say this because he thinks it's hysterical. So I'm going to say it to y'all. And that is, we weren't sure how long we were going to do this trip for. So we bought a one-way ticket to Seattle. I have never in my entire life flown and taken a one-way ticket anywhere. Have you guys ever done that?
No.
See, Jesse's never done it. So I see,
I can't
Don,
recall.
I'm not the only
Oh
one.
no, I have.
Have you done it one way?
Well, yeah, but it was like I helped move somebody cross country, so we drove from beautiful West Virginia to Los Angeles.
I hear
And
you.
then I flew back after driving cross country.
Gotcha.
I think that may be the only time I've done that.
Okay. But it's and she's like, y'all, she's sort of chuckling and laughing at me. It's like, I've always planned I'm an over planner, but I always plan a round trip. Like I'm going this date, I'm going to do these things, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's just a different type of travel.
It is
open-ended travel. That's not the same as I'm going here for 7 days or 8 days. It's not just how long it is, but it's like, that's a very different, philosophically different thought process.
Yes,
it is. We had no intention of going to California. We did. I mean, we found caches. Like I didn't want to go to California. I mean, it wasn't on our plan. I think Vegas was going to be sort of our final spot. We were going to do Charles's, cache and then head over to Vegas and then wrap it up there. But we're like, that's nothing. Let's go to California. Let's keep going. All right, fine. I'm fine. I'm retired. I can do it, And
that's funny.
Like, let's keep going. So, to see now, Charles, that's Charles for you. Or Arizona. Yeah, she said Arizona.
Yeah, the cruise ship. Yeah, I see that.
One way to London, one way to Miami, one way to Long Beach. Always got on a cruise ship, then fly back from somewhere else, one way home. Yep. So Charles has done that.
Well, and at first I thought you were just going to go to Bounce's transporter room.
And
back
the Bounce Castle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a active TARDIS working in the back.
He does.
I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't nowadays?
Yeah,
but it was incredible to do, and we just, I sent a note to Jesse because we stopped in Vegas of all places. It's like wild, and I was like, and I told Dawn, I was like, we sent a note to Jesse. He's like, why? Well, his daughter went to UNLV. It's like right there. So he spent plenty of time in Vegas. So interesting. In fact, that's where one of those pizzas came from, was Vegas. So yeah, which is still a mystery. We'll have to do some investigating.
You're going to have to send me the info on that one.
I will.
I know some people in Vegas that could probably help to track things down. I can't give too many details, but
right.
I know
you.
Yeah,
part of that underground pizza cabal.
I can't say anything, Gary.
Okay, I understand. Great time. We had
it was a great trip.
It was a great trip. We extended it a little bit further. Again, like I said, we went all the way to Cache Odyssey, California. I mean, the Cache Odysseys we talked about prior to the show, and I'll wrap up with this thought, just that the Cache Odyssey hiders have done an unbelievable job. They really have. They're all different, which is the beauty of it. They're all unique, but they're all well done. And so we're hats off to them, and hats off to all the hiders, because they've done a tremendous job. So looking forward to the last few that I need, and we'll go from here on those. But definitely put those on your list. If you've never found a Cache Odyssey cache, you're listening today or watching, they are well worth the time and effort to find, because they are really well done. And there you go. That's
quite a good trip. I would say that was awesome.
Yeah, it sounds incredible. Incredible.
Are you guys hoping for? I mean, I know y'all have done. I mean, what came to my mind was Jesse and Barry. The fact that those guys, and I know you guys plan a lot of that, Jesse, but for some of that though, I think, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like you guys have a plan, but you're like not opposed to going, let's go find something else real quick. We're over the area.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, yeah. Like we talked about before with when we talked about group planning and stuff like that, like we we have our unmissable targets and then our second level, like we really want these, but it's not the end of the world. And you have the ones like on a whim, can we get any of these also? And then we still have the ability to go and so we can call an audible and still get all of our intended targets and have fun. And yeah, but just like she's saying, we had a blast. Man, group trips like that are a blast. They're fun, and it's not everybody's thing, but I would recommend doing it at least once. Just go at least once and do a trip that's about having fun. If you have the ability to travel like that, or any version of traveling you can do.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be crazy like theirs was, right? But like any trip that's just for geocaching and you're coordinating between a group of geocachers, it adds a whole other level. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, absolutely. So, yeah, it just reminded me as I was doing that, as we were doing that trip, was Barry, you and Barry.
Yeah. And I got to get back to, we got the cruise coming up, but I got to get back to another trip like that. We had so many of those good ones, and I want to keep those things going because those are they really energize you for a whole year easily.
Yeah. And it was great seeing Seabeck Tribe. And the Bounce Palace is what she should have wrote. I think she meant to put Palace.
Oh,
but we got to spend some time. And that's the other thing too about some of those that we've been to is just the being able to, and that's the beauty of his event, was that it was sort of extended long enough you could sit and really talk with folks. I mean, I don't know did you guys ever have events or schedule an event to be longer than, I mean, most people schedule like a 30-minute event or an hour event. And you're like, it just wish it was a little bit longer. His event was like 4 hours. It was scheduled for 4 hours.
That's quite the event. Yeah.
Yeah. And so now part of that was the gadget build, because he helped people build gadgets during that time. But it's almost like with that kind of setup for that 4 hours, it's almost like the whole group felt, I think, relaxed to sort of sit down and relax and kind of talk to people a little bit more. I think it's almost like you build in this idea that we're going to be here for a while. Let's just relax and have a good time and talk.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes I think we need to have events that are sort of like that. I mean, I haven't had a chance to really talk with Chris of the Northwest more than he's got. They got their podcast, we got ours. We're trying to, we're doing our thing. He's doing his thing. I ran into him a few years ago when I went to Seattle to see Chad and go do some of his caches, and Chris came along with us, and just tremendous. Seabeck Tribe also was there. We got to talk quite a bit. So, in talking with Chris, we have the three of us and all the rest of our team have this sort of different type of bond with Chris. The fact that he's doing a podcast every week, and we do a podcast every week. And so we kind of know a little bit about, it's almost like a camaraderie of, we know what he's going through because we go through it every week as well. So it just was fun to sit and just talk, and just you kind of miss times like that sometimes where you don't. It's sort of like a megas too. Jesse and I, and even John, talked about how going to a mega and seeing people you don't get to see all the time is such a huge benefit that we kind of forget about sometimes. I think we get so busy with our lives, and going to megas is so great to sit and talk with people across the table, and so it was great. And so not gonna spill the beans, but there's more about Chris that'll be coming up in a month maybe.
Cool.
Interesting.
Not gonna spill anything on that. So yeah, so some other comments that have been coming through. And we rented a Jeep. I don't know what a Jeep, Jeep. Did I say that right, Jesse? Jeep.
You're not high class enough for that, I don't believe.
Well, it's funny as I sent a photo of it to Jesse. He's like, yeah, I guess it is, but it's a Jeep Compass.
Yeah, it's not a Jeep. It's just a
Yeah, it's like the second cousin once removed of like a Jeep Wrangler.
It's a baby Jeep.
It's
it's
like a Jeep Junior. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they're great. That's one of my daughters has one. They're
Yeah,
great.
I mean, it's a great way to get started to train to
when
use
you're
a real
saying
Jeep.
I'm geocaching in a Jeep, that's not what you're thinking.
No,
I'm just gonna put it that way.
No, we bought him down a few times. I'm like, I thought I'm in a Jeep. She's like, you're not in a full Jeep, Gary. You're just in a, you're in the cousin. You're in the cousin group. So, but it was a great vehicle. We had a great time. So, yeah, Seabeck Tribes is like a family reunion. So, I don't know. Was there anything else, John, that we wanted to try to? It's just made by Jeeps. What Pathfinder?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I think Gary, I mean, just sharing that experience. I know there's a few questions in the chat that came up.
We can do those.
Go through. One was Lost and Found 28 said they had a nice kayak Cedo yesterday. I saw a picture and
yeah,
that looked incredible.
Yeah, we just want to point out. Yeah, they did that in Arkansas. I'm in Texas, but they had a great time. That's something that I don't think everybody has. Well, I know a lot of people haven't done it. I think that's a cool way to do a Ceto.
Yeah.
Don't y'all? I mean,
absolutely.
Pop into a kayak and get out to. They were going out to some little islands out in the lake, and dragged a bunch of trash out of there, which is great.
Yeah, those are cool.
So
love it. And our good friend Lori Seabeck Tribe said, Gary, you didn't go for GC17?
No. And that's the thing.
He was very close to it too.
I know, but we were. I was worn out. I was worn smooth.
You can't get them all. There's always the next trip.
Yeah. There's plenty of times like that where you're like, we need to move on. It was already dark. It's like, do we want to try to do any more? It's like, no, that's enough for the day. But yeah.
Yeah. You have to know your limits.
You do. Yeah. You can't. You don't want to hurt yourself or get into a position where you're in danger of anything. So
yeah.
Well, Gary, I'm very jealous. That sounds like quite the trip.
It was.
Even any portions of that, you could have split that into 3 trips easily.
I know.
Absolutely.
That's what I think of the highlights of 3 trips. But
I hear you.
I'm glad you. I'm glad you got to do it. And even though I'm very jealous, I'm glad you got to come share it with us.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, yeah. Go ahead, John. We had a couple more.
Couple more in here. We got one from Richie Trice, 5312. And he said, did you do the trip with Cache Tour?
We didn't use Cache Tour. We had kind of, as Don points out, we made a Cache Tour. We did all, but it was kind of a mix. We kind of had a little bit of a Cache Tour use, but part of it was that we didn't know we were going to go as far as we did. So the Cache Tour kind of ended about Utah. So Arizona and California were sort of on the cuff. So they weren't really part of that planning. That's
just your initial plan. That wasn't your final plan.
Yeah. She said parts of it. Yeah. Parts of it were not. So
yeah,
but that's okay. Yeah. I love Cache Tour. I love it. But we were off grid at that point. So
man, freestyling
we were freestyling
out west. I love it.
Freestyled through a couple states there.
I want to do a trip like that sometime.
Just freestyle.
Totally not know where I'm going.
Just go. Right.
Yeah.
Although you missed stuff, like you said. The one thing about
you're not done. You're not done caching. It's still
it's not your last trip.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's kind of and Phil was a total surprise. We found him out of nowhere. So, but yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with Florida. We went to the Christmas cache on Christmas, and we found all these other caches and everything. And it's like, all right, we're done. We got to go home. So we get back and we're like, did you look at all at the Florida counties? Like, no. How close were we? It's like, Yeah, we could have probably finished up Florida.
But
Like,
you would
dang
hate
it.
to do it everything all and every trip, or you'd never have anything to do.
I know. I
It's
know.
totally
Could you
just like-
imagine if you did that? You're like no use going back to Florida. You know,
there's
can't
no
stop
no
Florida.
purpose of the whole state anymore.
There's always a reason to go back to Florida.
That's right. That's right.
But it'd have been even crazier if because we did a bunch of Washington, not much Oregon, but a lot of Washington counties. And it'd have been funny and sort of sad is if we'd have had one county, we missed one county or something. Dang.
Yep.
But we didn't. So
then you'd have nothing else to do in the future.
I know. Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. We got I think at least one more question, Gary.
Yes.
From Seaback Drive. She said, how many vehicles did you have to take for this trip?
Oh,
Hopefully no broken down ones. LOL.
no. And I'll wrap up here with this. We rented a car in Seattle, and we're like, we're not coming back to Seattle to drop this car off. And we're like, we're going to take it to Arizona. They're like, okay, well, it costs a little more to do that, but like, well, we're going to have it for quite a while. So it was kind of worth it. But then we're like, well, we need to extend the time because we weren't. So we're like, so we're thinking we're going to go to Vegas, drop it off at the airport, get another car and go the whole thing again and go all the way to Arizona, through California, of course. But it was like, no, we called and negotiated with Hertz and said, we kind of need to see if we can keep this vehicle a little bit longer, you know? And so like, well, it's going to cost this. And we're like, no, that's fine. Cause it's be a bigger hassle to try to drop that car off, get another car. It's going to be basically the same price.
Yeah.
You know, like, let's just extend this car out further. So that poor vehicle is far from home. It had Washington plates on it, and it's all the way in Arizona now. So whether that car ever makes it back to get its Washington plates removed, who knows? But that was a good Jeep or Jeep adjacent. So,
that's great.
Everybody should do a trip like that. It was a big trip.
That sounds like a great trip. Really
It was a
does.
big adventure.
Sounds like an amazing time.
So what do we got coming up, John? What's coming up in the near future for us?
You know, Gary, so this
for the
week I
network.
think I'm going to have a couple different types of pizza.
Okay.
Probably not
We
meaning
got to
about
find out where that pizza came from. Anyway, that's a.
Yeah, like I said, let me know. I know somebody in Vegas that may
Okay.
know. So
I'll let you do some research.
yeah, just send me some information.
Okay.
Send me some information. But yeah, question. So coming up this week, we got Puzzle Talk coming up on Tuesday. And Charles and Tom are going to talk about the Texas Challenge Mega Puzzles on Puzzle Talk. So that's Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you tune in for that. It's going to definitely be one of those things you don't want to miss out, for sure. And
Excellent.
yeah, and I think next week on this show, what are we talking about, Gary? Next week,
We have a good one. We're going to talk about caches. Let's see how is this worded properly? The caches that changed everything.
everything.
The caches that have changed the course of caching. Another way to put it. So it'd be interesting because not every cache has done that, obviously.
Yeah.
But when a cache makes a change in the course of history, geocaching history.
Like Jesse's that should be coming out for next year.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jesse's is going to change history.
Yeah.
But no, I think that'll be fascinating to talk about some of the pivotal caches that have come out over the years. So fascinating story.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Cool. Well, guys, thanks for indulging me and letting me talk about the big adventure, and for making some great comments. And I hope I explained everything pretty well.
Yeah, you made us jealous.
Oh, well, yeah.
Absolutely. 100% jealous for sure.
Well, good. Well, that's, I guess, wasn't really the plan, but it was a great trip. and hopefully people will take a trip similar to that someday. So, looking forward to plans and adventures in the future, like you guys.
Yep.
Be great. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see everyone later this week on Puzzle Talk, and we'll see everybody next Sunday. So, good night, everybody.
Hey, good night, everybody. Take care.
May your finds be many, and your DNFs be few. May the terrain and difficulty both be less than 2. And whatever it is you're looking for, may it find its way to you. And may we all meet again.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Please email us your comment at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify, as well as at the Geocache Talk website. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below and ring that bell notification so that you can see and hear the show on a weekly basis. And tell your friends about the show. Get them involved with us in the chat room. And until next week, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching.